If you're a guy who's tired of chasing women, sick of constantly being the one who cares more, who texts first, who tries harder, this video is for you. I'm about to flip your entire perspective on dating. You've been lied to for far too long. You've been told to chase women, to impress them, to win them over. Well, I'm here to tell you, you've been doing it all wrong. Here's the truth. Women are not attracted to men who chase them. They might entertain you for a while, but they won't respect you, and they sure as hell won't fall for you. Women are biologically wired to be attracted to men who have options, men who aren't desperate for attention, men who don't bend over backward to get their approval. The second you start chasing, you've already lost the game. But what if I told you that you could turn the tables? That instead of you chasing women, they could be chasing you? What if I told you that with a few simple shifts in your mindset and behavior, you could become the man that women pursue, the man they can't stop thinking about? This isn't some manipulation technique or game playing. This is about you becoming a high-value man, a man who is so secure in himself that women naturally gravitate towards him. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what to do to make any woman want to chase you. And it's all rooted in Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that's more relevant today than ever before. Let's get started. Before we dive into the 10 secrets, let me break down the mindset shift you need to make. We live in a world where men are bombarded with bad advice when it comes to dating. You've been told to be overly nice, to compliment her non-stop, to buy her things, to text her good morning and good night every single day. And guess what? None of that works. Why? Because women don't want to be worshipped. They want to be intrigued. Here's the deal. Women are biologically programmed to seek out men who are strong, confident, and independent. Men who are in control of their emotions and their lives. When you chase her, when you shower her with attention, you're telling her that you have nothing better to do than to focus on her. And that's the biggest turn-off there is. Women want to be with men who are focused on their purpose, not men who are constantly seeking validation from them. I'm going to teach you how to stop chasing, how to become the man she chases. I'm talking about real, practical advice that you can start implementing today. This isn't some play hard to get fake alpha male tricks. This is about genuinely becoming a man who doesn't need to chase because he's already in control of himself and his life. So, let's get into the 10 secrets to making any woman chase you. Secret 1. Master your emotions. The first secret is simple but powerful. Master your emotions. This might sound obvious, but it's where most men fail. We live in a world where emotional reactions are the norm. If she doesn't reply to your text for a few hours, you start getting anxious. You overthink her every move, wondering what you did wrong, and before you know it, you're spiraling out of control emotionally. Here's the brutal truth. Women are repelled by men who can't control their emotions. Why? Because a man who is emotionally reactive is unpredictable, and unpredictability creates a sense of insecurity. Women want to feel safe around a man. They want to know that no matter what happens, he can stay calm and grounded. This doesn't mean you should be cold or indifferent. It means you need to cultivate emotional control. When you're calm, composed, and emotionally stable, you show that you're in control of yourself and your life. Here's something you can do when you feel yourself getting emotional, whether it's anger, frustration, or anxiety. Pause. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, will this matter a week from now? Most of the time, the answer is no. Train yourself to respond, not react. A man who can keep his emotions in check is a man who commands respect, and respect is the foundation of attraction. You've heard the saying, calm is contagious. Women will test your emotional stability, whether they realize it or not. If you can remain cool, confident, and unaffected by the little things, she will start to chase you because you're showing her something most men don't have: self-control. Secret 2. Stay true to your values. Stay true to your values no matter what. Here's the reality. The moment you start compromising your values to please a woman, you lose her respect. And without respect, there is no attraction. Women are naturally drawn to men who stand for something, men who have a clear code they live by. It's not about being stubborn or refusing to compromise. It's about having a strong sense of who you are and what you believe in. Too many men give up their passions, goals, and ambitions just to keep a woman around. They stop going to the gym to spend more time with her. They put their career on hold, thinking that by sacrificing their dreams, they'll make her happy. But here's the truth. A man without purpose is a man without power. Women don't chase men who bend over backward for them. They chase men who are dedicated to their own growth, who are driven to live their best life, whether she's in it or not. Here's the brutal truth. When you give up on what makes you you, you become less attractive. Women respect men who have their own thing going on. If you drop your personal goals or your beliefs to keep her happy, she's not going to see you as a leader. She's going to see you as a man who's easy to sway. And women do not respect men who can be easily swayed. Write down your top 5 values, the things that are non-negotiable for you. Whether it's your career, your health, your integrity, or your personal growth, these values should guide your every decision. When a woman sees that you're committed to these values, she will respect you more. And respect fuels attraction. Women are naturally drawn to men who are consistent, who know what they stand for, and who aren't afraid to live by their principles. It's not about being rigid or inflexible. It's about having a foundation that doesn't crumble just because someone else wants you to change. Here's the thing. Women don't want to be your whole world. They want to be a part of your world. When you live by your values, you're showing her that you have something bigger than her to strive for. And that's powerful. Women don't fall for men who are easy to control. They fall for men who are in control of their own lives. So stop changing who you are to fit into her expectations. Stand firm in what you believe. When you live true to your values, she will chase you, not because you're trying to impress her, but because you've become the man she respects and desires. Secret 3. Stop chasing validation. This is where most men go wrong. Stop chasing validation. I know it's tempting. You want to know if she likes you. You want to see that heart emoji on your Instagram post. You want her to text you back right away. But here's the brutal truth. The more you seek her validation, the more you push her away. Women can sense neediness from a mile away, and nothing kills attraction faster than a man who is desperate for her approval. Here's the harsh truth. You should never need her to validate you. Validation seeking is a sign of insecurity, and insecurity is a massive turn-off. Women are drawn to men who don't need them, men who are secure in themselves. If you're constantly checking your phone, waiting for her response, or fishing for compliments, you're giving away your power. And when you give away your power, she's not going to chase you. She's going to run. This is important. Validation from her is not what makes you valuable. You need to start focusing on yourself instead of waiting for her approval. Think about it this way. If your entire sense of self-worth hinges on her responding to you, what does that say about how much you value yourself? Women don't chase men who need them. They chase men who are fine without them. A woman wants to feel like she's joining your world, not becoming your whole world. Think about it. When you constantly seek approval, it's like telling her you need her to feel good about yourself. That's a lot of pressure for anyone, and it signals that you're not confident in who you are. The guys who are always waiting for her to reply, the ones who post online just hoping for that like or comment, they're the ones who get ignored. Women pick up on it instantly, and it's a massive red flag. When you catch yourself seeking validation from her, stop. Instead, focus on validating yourself. Ask yourself, what do I value in myself? What am I good at? What can I improve on? When you stop looking for her approval and start owning your worth, she'll feel that shift in energy. And that's when the dynamic changes. She starts seeking your validation. It's about switching the power dynamic. When you stop needing her to validate you, you regain your power. You become the man in control of your own destiny. Think about the guys you've seen who seem to get women effortlessly. They're not chasing validation because they know they have value with or without her. When you adopt this mindset, everything changes. She'll chase you because you're no longer the guy desperately seeking her approval. You're the guy who knows he's worth it, and that's the man women find irresistible. Secret 4. Trust in your abilities. The fourth secret is simple but powerful. Trust in your abilities. Too many men walk around with doubt, second-guessing themselves and unsure of their value. This lack of belief creeps into every interaction with women, and the truth is, if you don't trust yourself, she won't trust you either. Confidence is contagious. When you walk into a room with the mindset that you are enough, people, including women, will start to believe it too. Confidence isn't about being cocky or arrogant. It's about recognizing your value and knowing you bring something unique to the table. Whether you're a CEO, an artist, a teacher, or someone still figuring out their path, confidence is about understanding that you are worthy no matter your status or situation. Women aren't drawn to insecurity, they're drawn to certainty. They want a man who knows what he's capable of, a man who believes in himself even when things aren't going perfectly. Here's the deal. When you doubt yourself, it shows. It shows in your body language, in how you talk and how you act. And when she picks up on that, it's a massive turn-off. Women are naturally attracted to men who walk with purpose, who speak with confidence, and who carry themselves as though they know they have something valuable to offer. This isn't about pretending or faking it. It's about genuinely recognizing your worth. You've got to understand that confidence is magnetic. When you trust yourself, it changes everything. You stop worrying about whether she likes you, and instead, you start focusing on whether you like her. This shift in mindset is what flips the script. It's no longer about you proving yourself to her. It's about her proving that she's worth your time and energy. Start focusing on your wins. Every time you accomplish something, whether it's big or small, acknowledge it. Stop downplaying your achievements and instead celebrate them. This could be hitting a fitness goal, landing a new job, mastering a skill, or even just showing up for yourself when it's hard. The more you focus on what you've accomplished, the more your confidence grows. And as your confidence grows, so does your attractiveness. Trust me, when you believe in your abilities, people notice. Women will feel that energy. They'll sense that you're not looking for their approval because you already know your worth. And that's exactly when they'll start chasing you. Secret 5. Your choices carry weight. The fifth secret is about decisiveness. Your choices carry weight. Here's the truth. Women are tired of indecisive men. If you're constantly saying, "I don't care, whatever you want," you're killing her attraction. Women are drawn to men who can make decisions with confidence. It shows leadership, it shows strength, and it shows that you're not afraid to take the lead. Indecision is weakness, and weakness is a turn-off. Every time you make a decision, you're signaling to her that you're capable of handling life. And women want a man who can handle life. It doesn't matter if you make the wrong decision. What matters is that you make a decision. Women don't expect you to be perfect, but they do want you to be decisive. This doesn't just apply to big decisions like moving in together or choosing a career path. It applies to the small things too. Choosing where to eat, what movie to watch, or where to go on a date. When you make a choice, you're showing her that you're capable of leading and that leadership is attractive. It signals that you can take responsibility for both your life and hers when needed. Here is a practical tip. If she asks you what you want to do, don't shrug and say, "I don't know." Make a decision. Whether it's choosing a restaurant or deciding where to go on vacation, be decisive. Even if she doesn't agree with your choice, she'll respect you for making one. That respect is what fuels attraction. She doesn't want to carry the burden of making all the decisions. That's your role. And remember, women don't chase men who are passive. They chase men who lead with confidence, who know what they want, and who aren't afraid to make choices. So stop hesitating, stop second-guessing yourself, and start making decisions with purpose. Even if you make a mistake, it's better to be decisive than passive. A man who takes action, who makes choices, even if they're not always perfect, shows that he's confident enough to handle the outcomes. And that's what makes her want to follow your lead. Secret 6. Ask for favors. This one might sound counterintuitive, but it works. Ask for small favors. It's based on something known as the Benjamin Franklin effect, which basically says that people feel more connected to those they've done a favor for. When you ask a woman for a small favor, like recommending a book or helping you pick something out, you're subtly getting her to invest in you. It's not about manipulation, it's about creating a bond that goes deeper than attraction. When someone invests their time, effort, or thoughts into you, they start to feel closer. And yes, this absolutely works with women. By asking her for small, thoughtful favors, you're planting the seeds of connection without even needing to put in much effort yourself. Here's an important point. The favor has to be small and genuine. Don't ask her to help you move apartments or do something that feels like a chore. Instead, ask for something that makes her feel valued, something that taps into her interests or expertise. For example, maybe she loves books, so ask for a book recommendation. Or maybe she's into fashion. Ask for her opinion on what shirt looks better. These types of favors are easy for her to fulfill, and they make her feel useful and appreciated. The key here is to show that you trust her opinion without coming across as needy. You're giving her a chance to contribute to your life, which creates a subtle but powerful bond. But here's the twist. Asking for favors also sends a subconscious message that you're confident enough to ask for help without worrying about how it makes you look. Too many men think that asking for a favor makes them look weak or needy, but in reality, it shows that you're secure in yourself. You're not afraid to let someone contribute to your life. Women find this quality attractive because it signals that you're mature enough to let others in without being overly dependent on them. It's a balance between self-reliance and social connection. Next time you're with her, ask for something small. Maybe ask her for a restaurant recommendation, or if you're picking out a gift for someone, ask her for her input. Keep it light, keep it simple, and don't overdo it. These little favors may seem insignificant, but they build a bridge between you two that strengthens over time. It's the small, consistent actions that make the biggest impact. Just make sure the favor is authentic, something that sparks conversation and doesn't feel like a burden. When she does a favor for you, she feels invested in you. And that investment leads to deeper connection without you having to chase her or try too hard. It's a subtle but effective way to build rapport and make her feel more involved in your life. Remember, asking for small favors isn't about being needy. It's about creating connection. Secret 7. Deep conversations. Forget small talk. If you want her to chase you, you need to engage in deep, meaningful conversations. Women crave connection. They want to feel like they're understood, like they can open up to you without judgment. When you have deep conversations, when you talk about your dreams, your fears, your goals, you're creating a bond that goes beyond physical attraction. It's not just about the surface-level details. It's about getting to the core of who she is and who you are. These kinds of conversations make her feel seen and heard, and that's powerful. Most men stick to light, safe topics like work or hobbies, but that's not what creates a lasting connection. You need to go deeper. When you talk about things that matter, your personal challenges, your values, and your experiences, you're opening the door to vulnerability. Vulnerability, when used correctly, is a strength, not a weakness. It shows that you're confident enough to be open, and that confidence is magnetic. Steer the conversation towards something meaningful. Ask her about what drives her, what her biggest challenges are, or what she's passionate about. And when she responds, don't just listen, really engage. Share your thoughts, your experiences, and your perspective. Let her see that you're not just interested in her because she's attractive, but because of what she brings to the table intellectually and emotionally. Remember, deep conversations aren't about trying to impress her with your knowledge or experiences. They're about creating a space where both of you can open up and connect on a real level. When you do this, you're laying the foundation for something more than just a fling. You're creating a lasting bond that will make her want to chase you. Secret 8. Effective communication is key. Communication is everything. But here's the problem. Most men are terrible at communicating. They either avoid saying what they really mean, or they try to dominate the conversation. Neither approach works, and both fail miserably. Women are drawn to men who can communicate clearly, confidently, and respectfully. It's not about saying more or being louder. It's about being honest, direct, and intentional. Here's the reality. If you can't communicate your thoughts, feelings, and intentions effectively, you're doomed to fail in relationships. Women don't want to guess what you're thinking or feeling. They don't want vague, passive comments or over-the-top speeches that try to impress them. What they truly respect is clarity, knowing where you stand, what you're about, and that you can handle a real conversation without turning it into an argument or awkward silence. When you're talking to her, be direct, but don't be robotic. If you want something, say it in a calm, composed manner. If you feel a certain way, express it without hesitation. Don't beat around the bush. Don't try to manipulate the conversation to get a specific reaction from her. And for goodness sake, don't shy away from tough topics. She'll respect you far more for facing difficult conversations head-on than for avoiding them altogether. When you communicate effectively, you're showing her that you're confident and emotionally mature, and that confidence is what she'll chase. It's not just about what you say, but how you say it. Show her that you're listening, that you're engaged, and that you're genuinely interested in what she has to say. Women want a man who listens and responds thoughtfully, not someone who's just waiting for his turn to talk. Secret 9. Maintain a sense of mystery. Here's where most men go wrong. They reveal everything about themselves too soon. Women are naturally curious. They want to feel like there's more to discover about you. If you lay everything out on the table in the first few dates, you kill that curiosity. Curiosity drives attraction, and without it, there's no chase. Women want to feel that they are uncovering new layers about you over time. When you tell her everything about yourself right away, you remove the thrill of discovery, and that thrill is what makes her want to keep coming back. Here's the problem. Most men think being an open book will make women feel closer to them. But here's the truth. If you make yourself too easy to figure out, she'll lose interest fast. Women love mystery. They love a challenge. The moment you start holding back a little, leaving parts of yourself unexplained, you become intriguing. And an intriguing man is always chased. The more you reveal gradually, the more she'll invest in wanting to know you deeper. But this doesn't mean you should play games or be secretive. Just don't overexpose yourself too soon. Resist the urge to overshare. Share enough to keep her interested, but don't spill all the details of your life in one sitting. If she asks about your past or future plans, give her a taste, but hold back the full story. Let her imagination do some of the work. A little mystery goes a long way. When she's left wondering about you, she'll want to spend more time with you to fill in the gaps. That's the power of mystery. By pacing how much you share, you build anticipation and excitement. When you're mysterious, you keep her on her toes, and that curiosity will make her chase you. Secret 10. Patience is power. The final secret is the most powerful of all. Patience is power. In today's fast-paced world, everyone wants everything now. Whether it's instant responses, fast results, or immediate emotional satisfaction, we're conditioned to expect things on demand. But when it comes to relationships, the truth is, good things take time. If you're constantly rushing to lock her down, texting her too much, or always pushing for the next step, you're not giving her the space she needs to want you. Instead of pulling her in, you're pushing her away. Women are naturally drawn to men who are patient. Why? Because patience signals confidence. It shows that you're not desperate, that you're not in a hurry, and that you trust the process. A man who's patient doesn't need to force things. He knows that attraction and connection take time to grow. When you display patience, you're demonstrating that you have control over your impulses, and that kind of self-mastery is incredibly attractive to women. Here's the reality. Women don't like feeling pressured. The more you push for something, whether it's a commitment, more time together, or even just a reply to your texts, the less she'll want to give it to you. Women need space to develop feelings. They need the time to wonder about you, to miss you, and to feel their attraction grow. When you're patient, you give her the room to do that. And the best part? When she starts to feel like you're not rushing things, she'll begin to chase you, because she'll feel that you're a man who's worth waiting for. Next time you feel like rushing into something, slow down. Whether it's texting her back right away, planning the next date, or trying to define the relationship, take a step back. Let her come to you. Patience is not about playing hard to get. It's about having the confidence to let things unfold naturally. When you show her that you're willing to let things develop at their own pace, you're showing her that you're confident, secure, and in control of your emotions. Patience shows that you value quality over quickness. It tells her that you're not in a rush because you know that anything worth having takes time. And guess what? Women respect that. They respect a man who isn't trying to lock them down too quickly. They respect a man who knows how to wait for the right moment. Patience is one of the most underrated but powerful tools in your arsenal, and when you master it, you'll find that women will naturally gravitate toward you because you're not giving off that needy, desperate energy that so many men exude. Patience is power. It's the quiet confidence of knowing that everything will fall into place without you needing to force it. When you're patient, you allow things to evolve, and that evolution builds real, lasting attraction. Women are drawn to men who can handle themselves with grace and poise, men who can wait for the right time instead of rushing into everything head first. These 10 secrets aren't just tips or quick fixes. They're life-changing principles that go far beyond just making women chase you. This is about becoming the best version of yourself. When you learn to master your emotions, live by your values, stop chasing validation, and trust in your abilities, you're not just improving your relationships, you're improving every aspect of your life. Women are naturally drawn to men who have purpose, confidence, and strength. When you embody these qualities, you won't have to chase anyone. They will chase you. Think about this. By implementing these 10 secrets, you'll not only attract women, but you'll command respect from everyone around you. People will notice the shift in your energy. You'll walk into a room, and you won't be the guy who's overlooked or taken for granted anymore. You'll be the guy who's in control of his life, who doesn't settle for anything less than what he deserves, and who makes others want to be around him. This isn't easy. It takes effort, dedication, and a commitment to personal growth. If you're looking for shortcuts, this isn't for you. But if you're serious about becoming the man you were always meant to be, the kind of man women can't help but chase, then these secrets are your roadmap. These principles are timeless, rooted in Stoic philosophy, and proven by countless successful men throughout history. This is your opportunity to take control of your life and relationships. Are you ready to do the work? If you're ready to take your life to the next level, if you're tired of feeling overlooked, tired of chasing women, and tired of not getting the respect you deserve, then now is the time to act. Hit that subscribe button, join this community of men who are on the path to greatness, and start transforming your life today. Don't just sit back and think about it. Take action right now. Every day you wait is a day you're letting opportunities pass you by. And don't stop at subscribing. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a single video that could be the key to unlocking your full potential. We're here to help you every step of the way, but you have to take the first step. Your journey starts here. You've been playing small for too long, but now it's time to step into your power. Embrace these Stoic principles and watch as the world, including women, starts to chase you. Thanks for watching.